Hello, Gemini, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second. I do have the tarot deck that we'll be using already shuffled, as well as the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Gemini, in your recent past, you have changed your tune with the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so things in your recent past did not go as expected. Like, I feel like you had certain expectations for how something was going to turn out or how something was going to go, and those expectations haven't been reached. And I feel like that's been a very frustrating process, but with this change your tune card, to me, what that card really represents is a change in perspective. And there's a need to look at things that have the way that things have happened the way that they are supposed to happen. And there's a need to kind of see a little bit of a bigger picture here. Now, bear with me, because you might be like, how the hell, why the hell was that supposed to happen? I don't know, but we'll see if we can get you an answer on that. In your current energy, you have the past with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So whatever did go down, however things did unfold, you're having a hard time. Like, I don't want to say you're hung up on it, like, oh, you're hung up on the past, because that's not necessarily what I feel could be the case, but that's not the way that I want to present it, because that's not necessarily the way that I think that it's to be taken. I feel as if the way that things have unfolded have stuck with you, and almost in a way that is holding you back, because with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's this energy of feeling as if things are going wrong, like seemingly negative changes. But to me, like, the way that I've always read this card, and like the way that I believe this card is presented, is that it's actually blessings in disguise. Now, I'm not sitting here saying you need to be grateful for bad things happening all the time. That's just toxic positivity, and that doesn't get you anywhere. But whenever things work out a certain way, and especially don't work out the way that we expect, we have two options. We can either allow that to now dictate our movement forward, meaning that we can say, nothing ever works out for me, I always end up alone, things always fall apart, everything sucks. We can allow that mindset to carry us forward, which will then attract more of the same. Or we can look at it and say, yeah, this sucks, and this isn't what I expected, and this isn't really what I deserve, but how can I learn from this so that I can move forward in a way that can elevate my life, evolve my life in a way that wouldn't happen if I hadn't gone through what I did. And that's exactly what this is saying, because then in your immediate future, you have changes with the Eight of Pentacles. These are the changes you've been looking for. But I feel like you don't realize that through working through the situation that you're going through, you're actually creating the changes that you're wanting. But these changes wouldn't be able to happen if this Wheel of Fortune in reverse hadn't taken place. So I do still feel like things are going to work out for you here, and possibly even in a way that's better than you can even imagine, better than you're expecting, but it's happening because of what you've been going through. Now, the overall theme for this reading is work through your feelings. When I talk about keeping a bigger picture perspective of like everything is happening for you, not to you, I don't mean, and this goes back to what I was saying about toxic positivity, I'm not saying just be happy and grateful all the time. No, you need to feel the way that you feel. You need to process through those feelings. You need to allow yourself to be in this moment of your life and feel everything in association with that. But in the back of your mind, and that bigger picture thinking is more of this inner knowing of saying, again, kind of what I was talking about, yeah, this sucks, but this doesn't mean that this is going to be my life forever, and things are still going to work out in a way that's better for me. I just can't see that yet. And I'm just in this period of my life. It's temporary. Our feelings are always temporary. Our circumstances are always temporary. But we can always, learn from them and evolve from them to change our life in better ways, in more positive ways. But let's start, Gemini, by looking at your recent past. You have changed your tune with the 10 of Cups in reverse. Recent past for Gemini, please. What does a Gemini need to know regarding their recent past? All right, recent past for Gemini. Oh, wow, okay. It feels like things were moving along, and you thought they were headed one way. You thought things were going to work out a certain way, and then just all of a sudden you hit a brick wall. And it just feels like things were just not this sucky. Like, it just feels like things were moving along in a certain way. You felt like they were going to improve, and then just bang, all of a sudden, out of the blue, I just feel like things ended up being not so great. Kind of came to a halt. Things fell apart. Now, this Five of Swords here, this is an energy of lacking faith in the universe. Now, it's hard to have faith in the universe when you experience things going wrong, right? When you're used to experiencing a certain reality, lack, loss, limitation, whatever the case is, it's hard to believe that the universe has your back when you're used to that experience. Now, the tricky thing about having faith in the universe is you have to believe in that faith before you experience it. You know, the universe does have your back, but if you don't lean on that, you don't get to experience the benefits of that. But it's hard to lean on that faith when you've experienced things not really going your way, which is definitely what I feel like your recent past is about. Let's get more for Gemini's recent past. Gemini's recent past, please. Okay, Hangman, Five of Cups in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse. So here's the thing. Whatever it was that you were investing in your past, it was draining you, draining your energy, draining your time, taking you away from what your soul wants and needs. Because with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is an energy of imbalanced priorities. And the reason that things happened the way that they did, and I feel like this is like kind of setting up the theme of the reading a little bit, is because you needed like some divine redirection here. That's what this feels like. It's almost like you are prioritizing certain things or headed in a certain direction that didn't fully resonate with your soul. And with the Hangman here, it's almost like the universe had to put you into this place of surrender, which is where you're at now. You have no option other than to let go of control and trust that everything's going to be okay, which is a really hard place to be. But I do very much feel like whatever this was divinely, it was like divine intervention in your life. That's what it feels like, divine intervention in your life. Recent past for Gemini, please. Recent past for Gemini, please. These are all in reverse, because here you are. It's the Queen of Swords. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. You've been selling yourself short, Gemini. Six of Cups in reverse, Lovers in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, and then Queen of Swords. You've been, whether or not you realize it, settling for way less than what it is that you deserve in your life, whether it's in your career, your financial situation, your relationships. And the reason why things had to happen is because the universe isn't trying to take away what it is that you desire. The universe is trying to show you that you deserve more than you desire, in a way. Now, what I mean by that is you're in this relationship, you really want this relationship to work out, this relationship comes to an end, or something happens, there's a blow up, it's just not going as you expected. It's not that the universe is trying to take away the relationship, because the universe is trying to say you deserve more than what you're experiencing in this relationship. You think you want whatever it is, whatever outcome this is, but you're deserving of more than what it was capable of providing you. So that's why I feel things didn't go as planned. Okay, current energy for Gemini, the past with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Current energy for Gemini, please. This is for Gemini's current energy, the past with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Current energy for Gemini, please, the past with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I want it to turn all the way around or hit the table like that. So right now, you're dealing with this feeling, ever since things happened here, you're dealing with this feeling of feeling very unsecure, very unsafe almost. Now, the reason for that is because you're in the middle of a change, and change is really scary, and there's so much unknown associated with that change that it can make us feel very not safe, because we have very little control. And that's why I was talking about, it's almost like you're in this position now where the universe is forcing you to let go of control in a way, but for your benefit, so that you can ultimately receive the life that you are truly desiring of. So the lack of stability and security you feel right now is part of the process of getting to where you're wanting to go. Because a big reason why you were investing in this, or why you were associated with some situation back here, was to provide you with security and stability, even if it was a false sense. So now that things have changed, a false sense of security also can look like a false sense of unsecurity, like not having security, of lacking security. Now, that doesn't mean that your experience isn't valid, that you are not actively experiencing lacking security, but that, our circumstances are never a reflection of what's true. Our circumstances are a reflection of what's going on within. So just because you're lacking security and you feel unsafe doesn't mean you actually are unsafe. In fact, I remember the other card that came out with this, might still be around, no, because I pulled the future, was the Dark Moon card. And that card is this energy of darkness before dawn, and ultimately you don't have anything to fear. So it might feel like it. You don't have anything to feel. But that's why you have worked through your feelings. You're going to feel how you feel, and you need to feel how you feel. But you don't have anything to fear. Everything's going to be okay. Current energy for Gemini. Yeah, you're experiencing your limiting beliefs coming to life. The Eight of Swords. Limiting beliefs such as, am I ever going to be successful? Am I ever going to have the finances I needed? Am I ever going to have the relationships I deserve? Am I ever going to be happy? Am I ever going to be loved? You're experiencing your limiting beliefs coming to life, which means you're experiencing the opposite of what it is that you desire. And that's not proof that this is all that you can have. The universe is not putting you in this situation to say, you, Gemini, are destined to be miserable. The universe is putting you through this situation so that you can ultimately have what it is that you desire. Even if you have literally no idea how that's the case. Because remember, you have this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Blessings in disguise. Current energy for Gemini. Current energy for Gemini. You've lost what you thought you wanted. But what you thought you wanted didn't have the capability to bring you what you deserve. Doesn't mean you shouldn't feel the loss. Doesn't mean you shouldn't work through grief. Doesn't mean you are not valid in feeling the exact way that you feel. It's kind of that energy of like, what's meant for you will never pass you. Like, even if you've lost something, you haven't lost anything. Which, of course, is you don't feel that way when you're moving through it. Especially if you have literally lost something, right? But I do very much feel like this is this energy, or like this could be lack too. It feels like you're in this, I don't want to call it a testing period. I feel like that has a lot of weight to it, but more just transformation period. It feels like things aren't working out for you, but I very, very much feel like they are. But you have worked through your feelings, right? It's like work through how you feel. You need to feel how you feel, but things are actually working out for you in ways that are better than you think. What does Gemini need to know regarding their immediate future, clarifying changes with the 8 of Pentacles? Immediate future for Gemini, clarifying changes. 8 of Pentacles. Immediate future for Gemini, please. Okay. Ace of Wands, 4 of Cups in reverse. Aligning your actions. Okay, hang on. How do I better say that? Because it's not aligning your actions with your desires necessarily, but aligning your actions with your potential. Because like I kind of was saying, you've been selling yourself short, settling for less than you deserve. Now, we settle for less than what we deserve because we think that that's as good as it can get. We think that we can't have anything better. We think that we have to sacrifice our needs in relationships because that's the only way to be loved. We think that we have to sacrifice our happiness for a career that we hate because we think that's the only way to pay the bills. You've been selling yourself short. In your immediate future, in order to see that, because what you've learned through this is going to help you in making the changes you need to make to align your actions with your potential. It's almost like through this, you're learning that you are deserving and capable of more, which will then allow you to align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with more, instead of accepting less because you think, well, that's as good as it can get. Immediate future for Gemini. Immediate future for Gemini, please. I don't like the way those came out. Immediate future for Gemini. That was better. So these changes, because there's a Wheel of Fortune in reverse, these changes, although seemingly negative, are helping you end a cycle. A cycle that has actually kept you from what it is that you're truly deserving of because of these limiting beliefs. We settle, right? Because we think that's as good as it can get. But the universe is saying no more settling. No more choosing less than what you're deserving of. No more accepting less than what you're capable of. This is about you getting what it is you're deserving of. And almost like because you wouldn't be able to step into this energy and this power if you hadn't gone through what you had. So everything really is like it's all happening for a reason. It's all working out for you here. Hey, Ellie, you kind of stop chewing at your paw. Her allergies are kicking up. My dog. Hope I'm talking about a dog. Immediate future for Gemini. Immediate future for Gemini, please. Hey, Ellie. No, ma'am. That's not good for you. Immediate future for Gemini. So this is you investing outside your comfort zone. Because you've been investing so much in your comfort zone, which is why things keep falling apart, why things don't turn out like expected, is because the universe is trying to guide you toward more. So this is you starting to invest outside your comfort zone. Now, it's interesting, and I talk about this a lot on my channel, so if you've watched me for a while, you probably have heard me say this. But we become, our mind, our ego, is actually more comfortable with the lack and loss and failure and whatever else that we desire or that we're experiencing than it is what it is that we desire. Because what it is that we desire is outside our comfort zone. We're used to the way that things feel, and our ego loves that predictability. So your ego is going to try to keep you in cycles and relationships and in financial situations or whatever the case is that feels familiar, even if it doesn't make you happy. And so that's why we settle, is because we think that that's what makes us feel comfortable. That's what makes us feel safe, right? That false sense of security. Because if that gets taken away, we then experience that lack of stability and lack of security. Even if it's a false sense, it's still very real and very valid. Like very real isn't a very real experience, not a very real truth. And so in order for us to create the life that we're truly deserving of and desiring of in all forms, relationships, abundance, whatever, we have to first be willing to let go of the idea that it's not possible. Like, that's what I feel like you're fighting with here, is you don't believe that more is possible for you, so you've been settling for so much less for so long. And maybe now you're choosing to start stepping out of your comfort zone. You're choosing, you're trying to step into more, and you're experiencing those limiting beliefs that are like, see, I told you you'd fail, or I told you you'd end up alone forever, or whatever the case is. Or maybe you were kind of forced in this situation through circumstances that had happened, and your limiting beliefs are saying, now you're going to end up alone forever, just like just like you thought, just like you've known all along. And those limiting beliefs are literally trying to keep you in what is safe and comfortable, which is that lack and that loss and those limitations. So this is about breaking out of those. And if you can break out of those limitations and mindsets, then your life will start to shift in regard to that. That's why if you change your perspective, you can change your life. Changing your perspective on why things happen the way that they did can change your perspective on how things are going to happen in the future, which can literally change the outcome. So I like this for you. I get that it probably doesn't feel awesome right now, but I do really feel like a lot of good is on the other side of what it is you're going through. Blessings in disguise for sure right now. So try to hold on to that. All right, Gemini, we are going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to dive deeper into these messages. This is kind of more the coaching aspect of my readings, looking at what you need to do right now in order to align further with your higher self. Thank you so much, Gemini, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope, obviously, that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Gemini.